Man, I just had a conversation with somebody that I grew up with, and I'm from Atlanta. Like I was raised, uh, as far as I can remember, in Decatur. I, as far as I remember back then, I think I was probably the first grade or whatever. I remember being raised in Green Owls apartments on Candler, Flat Shows. It was next to the guy. I forgot his name. If you from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. The blind man who played the piano, I think every Sunday morning. I forgot what channel it was on, but he played the piano every morning. He's a blind man. I'm not talking about Stevie Wonder, but if you from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong because I went to high school uh, with the older son back in Southside. But I grew up next door to that family, and that's as far as I remember, as far as I can remember, that's where I'm from. But when it comes down to it, like I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, like the real Atlanta, like the reason people move here. I'm from that part of Atlanta, like the city, the inner city, off of Cherokee, down by Zoo, Atlanta, by the Zone 3 precinct where the first episode of Cops was filmed. It wasn't filmed in that area, but it was based out of Atlanta Zone 3 Police Department. And when I tell you I had a conversation with one of the guys that I came up with, this is how the conversation went. Yeah, man, what's up with you, Shawty? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, we went to pull up on Shawty them and whoop the whoop, you know what I'm saying? We did this little thing here and there, you know what I'm saying? Shawty was tripping, but at the same time, they really couldn't trip out like that because, we were, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool, but we had a little back and forth uh, with Shawty about last week, but, out down, like, ain't nobody tripping, you know what I'm saying? Everybody straight now, everybody good, you know what I'm saying? So just pull up whenever you get a chance. Now, at that point when the conversation was over, I'm looking like, what happened? What's going on? And and I don't know if it's that people are just so caught off guard with not knowing how to articulate themselves. I'm not perfect, and I get caught up in the whole spiel of talking like where I come from. I get that. I understand it wholeheartedly, but at the same time, when I tell you words are mushed together as if I'm supposed to understand what you're talking about, and I don't, man, look, Atlanta, I love you. I never stop loving you. If I did, guess what? I'd be up out of here. But I love you, Atlanta. But the topics, the conversation, it's so all over the place. I can't understand. I don't get it. So, look, guys, girls, ladies, men, I know we from here. I get it. But every word ain't gotta be goddamn shouted. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing, you know what I'm saying, about that. I'm outside, whoop de whoop. I'm from here and I get it, but I don't know what that shit really mean for real. I don't understand that. It's almost like you're limiting yourself only to a certain amount of people, and they only understand that shit. And people that's from here don't even get that shit. It's like, what are y'all? How? Not even a conversation. And then when they start talking like that, I be like, you know what? Yeah. That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna hit you back. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's a simple fact that I don't understand what the you talking about. I don't get it. I don't. Okay, yeah, we from here. We ain't gotta talk like we can't put a proper sentence together. It's almost embarrassing. Come on, dog. Like, you're better than that. Yeah, we got our own slang, but that ain't even slang. Y'all step y'all conversation up, man. I'm from here. I got another topic that I want to bring about as far as mannerism and how people from real Atlanta get down with mannerism and how we feed off each other. Just, you know, how we can relate to each other as far as putting ourselves in position to not be harmed. I don't know everything about everything, but I know a little bit about a little bit. I think a little bit of this conversation go a long way. But damn, shouted like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We did a little thing with the whoop, you know what I'm saying? They pulled up on us, you know what I'm saying? We put the thing out like by fire, you know what I'm saying? What it is, like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't moving for nobody. Like, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. That shit's getting out of hand. For real, for real. Look, Atlanta, I love you, but I can't understand that. I can't get that conversation. But I will be back with another video about that, about the little rundown I just gave you. Look, man, Atlanta, of course, it ain't the same Atlanta I came up from, but let me tell y'all, the generation up under me, I'm Gen X, but let me tell y'all something. Most of the stuff y'all beefing about, they ain't even that serious, man. Seriously, it's really not. And you know what? I was at the gym today, and I was looking at the news. I wasn't really looking at the news. I had some motivational speeches in my ear on YouTube, but I would look up every once in a while at the news, and every segment was, well, majority, I say 90% of the segments were where it was a lot of black on black crime. It was a lot of us doing harm to us. And I didn't understand it. It's like 90% of the news is based on what we do to each other, and the other little 10% be political or um, something that's across the nation that's going on. But when it comes down to being in Georgia as a whole, it's negative as hell, man. I don't get it. I work, I stay out the way, try not to interact too much, but I got kids that's out here, young adults. And I don't want to see them going. I don't want them to be on the news. I don't want y'all to be on the news. I promise you I don't. And that 12-year-old and 15-year-old that was murdered, you know, a lot of the stuff that it really hits home, but when you see that come across the airwaves, it's like you sit there and you think as if you ask how. You ask the question how and why. You're forced to ask that question, even though people are like, don't ask how, don't ask God why, don't do this. I'm a parent. I like asking people and asking questions how and why. I like getting down to the bottom of that, whatever the situation is. But it's getting out of hand, Georgia. It's getting out of hand, Atlanta. On that note, I'm gonna just leave it alone right now, and I get to the next video shortly. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. Whoever paid attention this long, I appreciate it. Thanks. Uh, Read a book, step your vocabulary up. Every word ain't gotta be out down, shouted. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, pull up. It don't have to be every other word, man. Trust me. I love y'all. Step your game up and watch your six. Later.